What is going on, guys? Skip here and welcome back to another episode in our Road to Glory series. Today we are back with some red ball cricket as the Western Australian Warriors take on the Tassie Tigers at the Wacker. If you joined us last episode, you would have seen that there were some dramas with Pjizma and his body. He's ultimately missed a massive test series and his first one for the Poms, and then been sent back down under to finish off the season with Tassie. If we do have a quick squiz at the table though, you can see that the Tigers are there or thereabouts, so a massive win today will hopefully see them in good stead for the finals. Pjizma himself will be looking to put in a shift as well. His body is back, his form is good, and he is ready to rock and roll the 87 rated superstar. But that'll be enough from us at the menus. I'll catch us all at the toss. If you do enjoy Cricket 22 content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, leave a cheeky comment down below. I promise you'll take a fifer in your next innings. We do live stream over on Twitch 4 days a week. I'll leave all my links in the description, so make sure you click on in, come and say g'day. Let's continue to put cricket back on the map. So here we are, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Wacker for this first class match between the Warriors and the Tigers. It is certainly a massive one in the context of Pjizma Pant's career. We bring Benny McDermott in for this as well. If you know anything about the Wacker, she is a hard and fast wicket. The coin goes up with Malto in the middle today. Tassie call tails because it never fails. Pjizma gets the job done, and on a hard, dry one, the big fella hesitates a little bit, but ultimately chooses to have a bowl. He is ready to rock and roll. Give him the red cherry in his hand. I'll catch us all in the middle. And here he comes. Big Pjizma Pant has the fresh red one in his hand. Cam Bancroft ready to play. A beautiful day in Perth as Pij rolls in. First rock is an absolute peach. Well, the question today will be the consistency of Pij. Can he get the body right as the second ball's into Bancroft's gonads, and Pij picks it up as a squiz at him and lets him know who's boss. It's been a frustrating last 3 episodes for him. Can he roll in again? He does. He's on the bat, 145 clicks, looking solid. Yes, he's kind of been here, there, and everywhere, not really knowing what's happening, but hey, that's the career of a fast bowler. 2 balls left in his first. No runs conceded. Bancroft watchful as he gets forward and defends again. So a common theme. None for none after one might be happening again. Pij in. Bancroft defends. It concludes the first. And there is the classic. None for none. I'll tell you what, WA have a serious team in today. Can Pij rock in? He does. His first ball to Whiteman gets French cut for 4. You rat! Well, the better he gets, the more we should know that this is going to happen. Roll in, get that little bit of shape back. Whiteman forward. Pjizma has a sniff of his pits. Well, it's all a little bit cat and mouse at the moment. Pjizma looking to get the ball up, and that's exactly what he does. Whiteman back and defending again. Well, apart from that first ball that went for 4, it's been a tidy second over. He rolls in, Whiteman gets forward. It certainly looks a good deck to both bat and bowl on. 3 are gone, and WA are 11 for none. Just the 2 overs for the skipper. He brings himself on in the 13th. Still none for his Whiteman steps across and works this through mid-wicket. Superb shot, a boundary collected, and maybe Pjizma's made the wrong decision at the toss here. Oh, he didn't like that, so we're going straight to the head. Bouncer! Oh, that is fast. 150 clicks. Have a look at that, Whitey. Oh, boy, there was some hatred underneath that. We roll in with the slower ball, Yorker. Ooh, just a couple of tricks to old White, man. Not a lot of purchase for these bowlers first up. 50 comes up for WA. Bancroft back, watchful. In for the last of his third. Just a cheeky change up here. See if we can change the tempo. There's a slower ball. Bancroft wants nothing to do with it. 13 are bowled and WA are 50 for none. Well, it's a funny game, 4-day cricket. Not a bad start. We'll give him that. Pij round the wicket. Oh, he's just getting that to tail nicely. Pjizma in for his third over in this second spell. He goes full to Bancroft and he works him off his legs. That's a classic right-hander's shot, and it's going to go all the way for 4. We've got to change a tactic here. Do we go the short ball and really test the Wacker surface out? That we do. Bancroft underneath it wants nothing to do with it. And this is where the creativity of Pjizma Pant comes into it. He goes short again. It's a little slower. Bancroft underneath at 17 a bowled and WA a 66 for none. We have a cheeky little spell. We resume play in the 28th over. WA 94 for 2. Momentum swinging. Pjizma in and Aaron Hardy back defending. Sean Marsh down the other end, 9 off 29 the GOAT as we get the in-swinger going to Hardy. He gets on his back, Todd defends at 28 a bowled and it's 94 for 2. So Andrews picks up the wicket of Hardy and now the Tigers are starting to work into their game as Marsh plays and misses. Just going to narrow in outside off stump. Bends his back this time, he goes through bat and pad to Marsh and lets him know about it. Well, he's been good, Pij. What's he got for Marsh this time? He rolls in, short ball finds the edge. There we have it. Caught a third slip. You'll be guilty. Yes. The one-hander on the inside. If you don't mind, Tommy Andrews and Pjizma's on the board. It's 4 for 95. Well, he's the GOAT, Sean Marsh, but we had to go and do it. Philippi and Cartwright in as Pij rolls in for the 32nd. Cartwright defending. It's been a superb patch of cricket from the men in green, led by their skipper, Pjizma, who gets short to Cartwright, tries to blow his head off. He's just given the boys from Tassie something to believe in. He rolls in. This time he finds the edge of Cartwright, and it's 1 and 1 bounce to the man at third man. Pitch in to Darcy Short. Oh, in half. I'll tell you what, I'm just sick of taking 1 wicket per inning. Surely we've got 3 for us here. We get the slow ball going to Darcy. 52 a bowled and WA 158 for 5. We know the WA tail will wag. Oh my days. Just any chance of one of those going to hand. That's all we need. Oh, would you read about it? 4 more down to third man. Well, we've cut him in half. We've found the outside edge. Surely one can go to hand. This time it's uppish from Philippi. He punches it to forward point for no run. 54 a bowled and it's 165 for 5. We can almost smell it. If we bowl another one, it's going straight over the keeper's head for 6. We go short. This time he lifts it. Oh, extra cover almost. Well, living life dangerously. He's coming with purpose, Big Pij. He goes short again. This time he's got that glove. How was that one? Come on. Oh. Pjizma can smell a wicket here. The short ball seems to be working. Last of his 13th finds Philippi hooking into space. Goes behind square. Is it going to go along the carpet for 4? Yes, it is. This partnership just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Pjizma going in 2 over blocks because he doesn't have the tank for it. He gets a top edge, first ball, catch it. How is that? He's got a wicket on return. Just when you think he's out of it, the big dog strikes. Beautiful, that is all heart. He came in again, he got the short ball on the money. You could smell it happening from a mile away. Third slip rolls in, takes the catch, and that is a very important wicket. Darcy Shaw gone for 69, a porcupiner, and it's 6 for 251. And now the tail is exposed. Pjizma's got 2, and he's going straight up top to Jolie Paris, who he runs down and has a quick squiz at. Oh boy, big moment. Captain's wicket. Wide of the crease and Paris gets off the mark with a French cut, you dog! Well, Philippi moves to 84. Oh, we've hit him on the pad. How is that one? How is that one? How is that one? Yes, Molto! Pjizma with the full toss. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Philippi, but hey, that was as free as it gets. The in-swinger worked, he kicked it right in front of middle, and there you have it. Hawkeye and Molto agreeing as well. It was fast, flat, full, and it was banging middle stump out the ground. Pjizma is on a late tear here. Well, we welcome in Jai Richardson, 263 for 7. That'll happen very quick as we roll into Jai. He gets in behind this and he defends it. Well, he's rolled in hard late on day 1. In for the last of his 17th. This time he cuts Richardson in half. Is that buys? Leg buys 6. It's buys. Well, it's just slow ball after slow ball at the moment. Pij got nothing in the tank. He bowls a full toss the end of the 90th and WA stay at 267 for 9. And that was the end of that. WA all out for 268 in the 94th over. Pjizma picking up 2 late wickets in the day just to rattle the boys in yellow's cage. We're going to pick up play in the 24th over. Tassie, 79 for 3. They trail by 189 runs as the great man walks to the wicket. He's in some need of runs. This is a big test for him. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. Get behind the big red because he's due for a monster. And out the big dog comes, a little nervous, no doubt, Lance Morris at the top of his run-up, and we are ready to rock and roll. He rolls in a little wider, Pjizma with a leading edge. Oh boy, we found that out from Scotty Boland last episode. But hey, he is running, and he is running fast. The big dog's coming back for 3 off the first ball. Can he get home? Yes, they do. Well, that was a start. We've got to stay in the V. Lance Morris very fast. He lengthens up this time. Pjizma does exactly the opposite, lets it through, and after 24, it's 88 for 3. Well, I know we like to counter-attack, but I don't think that's what the match is requiring us to do right now. Lance Morris 1 for 26. Wide of the crease, and now Pjizma just checks his shot down the ground. There we have it. We have missed that. Put it on a dinner plate and serve it to everyone. Pjizma's back, baby! That is probably shot of the episode and probably of the last 3 episodes. As Morris is in again this time, Pjizma works him through mid-wicket. That could almost be even better. That is as textbook as it gets. Morris in for the last of the 26. Pjizma punches this to mid-off. It's the end of the over and Tassie 96 for 3. Well, Jakey Doran seems to have the right idea. 38 off 84 for him, and the partnership here is absolutely crucial. Morris round the wicket, Pjizma forward. Do they run? Yes, they do. Get a bit of a taste of your own medicine, the AI, you dogs. Well, I felt that was necessary. The amount of times that's happened to us on live stream and during Pjizma's career. Moving on, Jolie Paris's first ball. That whizzes past our outside edge. The angle of Joel Paris, a real worry for Pjizma. It has been one for his young career so far. He triggers across this time. Paris gets one to nip away. Well bowled. We crawl along to 22. Jakey Doran chewing plenty of balls up as well. Jeff Hardy's brother into the attack. This time we get the right one off the hips and we take a single down to fine legs. Smart, mature batting this. Cameron Gannon steaming in. Plenty of fast options down here at WA. As he gets a short one into Pij. We get on our heels, tippy toes, and smash this through gully for 4. We'll say it was an outside edge, I dare you, but we are taking everything we get. Pjizma got a thick outside, and hey, no gully, no worries. We motors along to 27 and a runner ball. We want a conservative cricket. Oh, what on earth is that? The last of Gannon's 7th, 1 for 22. He rolls in, gets short again. This time, Pjizma looks to place it through cover. He gets none of it. 38 a bowled, and Tassie 137 for 3. Been a very mature innings so far. Dot balls where we've needed, picked up the picket fences and obviously hit the bad ones. Gannon in, he bowls a full toss this time. Pjizma clips it off his toes nicely. He get all of it? It's picking up legs, it's well fielded and Pij comes back for 3. Jai Richardson into the attack. Express pace from both ends. He's none for 18 off 5.1. He goes into Pij and we're a little late on that, just checking it to mid-off. Paris continuing closer to Molto this time and Pjizma puts his bat through it. That's what we were looking for. We've waited and waited, and although it might not go for 4, yes it does go for 4 and we're into the 40s. Well, there we have it. Jolie Paris bowled very wide of the off start. We've just managed to wait for the rock to come in. He's bowled it there again, and Pjizma gives him more of the same. He gets through this one. He doesn't get all of it, but enough to come back for 3. Yes. Been an unbelievable partnership, one that the Tassie Tigers have needed for a couple of years. Richardson in, he goes wide, and Pjizma just shows the maturity. Well, this is about where we start feeling for the ball. If we can just get one out wide like that, there we go. Pjizma leans on it. The square drive is beautiful. Yep, we waited and waited and waited, and we backed ourselves, fully committed to it, and the big PP makes his way to 49. Well, he's needed this moment. He's wanted the milestone. He's worked hard for it. He steps across this time. Richardson tries to knock his block off. He clips it down to fine leg. Get your bat up in the air in Western Australia, brother. This is your moment. And that it was 50 off 55 rocks. I don't know where the 2 sixes come from. Cricket 22, I love you. Jolie Paris in left arm round the wicket this time. And we continue the picket fences rolling as we clip this one down a fine leg for one more. Well, how do we combat this angle? Jai's just going to continue to go wider and wider and wider, and this time we snick it through gully and backward point. Ha ha! Have some of that. When it rains, it pours, Jai. Get back to the top of your run up, you dog. Oh, nervous, real nervous with this angle. I just want to leave every single ball possible. He goes short again. This one beats the outside edge. Well, if he gets short, we just need to take him on. Anything else we can just let through and it's all good. Just like that. 47 are bowled and Tassie 178 for 3. Joel Paris back over the wicket. In a little bit tighter to Malto. We get the trigger movement going and Pjizma takes off to the man on the ring at mid-on. Good run and son. They're just the little wins that you need in 4-day cricket. Doran gets to 80. He's absolutely flying. Richardson over the wicket. He lengthens up. Pjizma whips it once again off the legs beautifully. Paris back round the wicket. We've got WA confused here. He gets short this time. Pjizma's dragged it onto his stumps. Oh, that is disgusting cricket. Come on, Joel Paris. Give us a spell. One of the ugliest dismissals you will ever see. And just like that, Pjizma's walking off for 60. And Tassie 189 for 4. Well, what on earth has happened here? He's dug in the short one. Pjizma's done everything right. He's probably stepped across to off stump a little too far and he's found some glove. And it's just dragged back onto middle stump, uprighted, and your innings is done. And well, that started a mini collapse for the Tassie Tigers. All out in the 60th over for 211. Jake Doran followed shortly after, and the boys have it all to do in this third innings. Western Australia lead by 57 runs. Pjizma's got the ball at the top of his run-up, ready to rock and roll. Strap yourselves in. This is going to be one hell of a finish. Cam Bancroft ready to go, and so is Pjizma Pant. Ball number 1 of innings number 2. He rolls in first up, and there is a nice little bit of shape there for him. Well, he picked up 3 in the first dig. He'll be looking for a couple more early to get the boys rocking and rolling as he's in on the hips of Bancroft, and he takes the leg bye down to fine leg for 1. Well, Sam Whiteman got off to a good start last innings. Change of conditions here, though, as Pjizma's in, and that ball is absolutely fire. He's in for the last of his first. Only conceded the leg bye, so technically the first over is bowled and WA are none for none, but in this case, they are 1 for none. If we can just combat the partnerships here, we can chase. We roll into Bancroft. He clips it off his hips yet again. Just stay in your channel, Pij. It's all we need. Know that Bancroft wants to go leg side. Pij going to try and dry him up outside. He's off as he gets him pushing, and he pushes to extra cover, takes off and picks up a single. It's going to be very much the same to Whiteman, just channel bowling here. He gets in, he looks to slash. It's no drama. Out to point 3 overs are bowled in WA, a 3 for none. It is a touch tricky going left-hand, right-hand. So WA do have that in their favour as we get Whiteman pushing to point. That's a good sign. The dots belong to Sam Whiteman. None off 11. Pigeon for the last of his third. And this time he gets a cheeky outside edge down to third man for 1. 5 overs are bowled and WA are 8 for none. The skip gives himself another over. The lead is 72 as he's in and Bancroft whips behind leg. It doesn't look like he's got too much, but it's going to go along the outfield for 4. Good shot. And just as a captain now, you need to make some field changes. Square leg goes out to the boundary as Bancroft's in and defending. He's into his 5th over here. He's putting himself through it as he gets short to Whiteman, and that could just be the next plan. Just gives him a teaser of what is to come. Whiteman leaving the next. No, the body feels all right. We'll go for over number 6. Oh, a catch! Oh, no! What are you doing, keeper? Looks like he's having a turd. That's disgusting. I don't even want to watch a replay of that. We picked up his edge, and now we've got to scramble for another one. He's put blood, sweat, and tears into this today. Pjizma rolls in. Slower ball cuts Whiteman in half. Superb bowling. He looks to finish off his 6th over. None for 12. He gets short to Whiteman. He gets underneath it. That concludes the 14th, and WA are 43 for none. In for the last of his 7th. Still wicketless, the Tassie Tigers. Whiteman gets forward. We're going to be pushing it uphill as 26 are bowled, and it's 89 for none. We're changing plans. Short leg, short mid-wicket, backward square, fine leg. Leg side bounces are on the menu for Mr. Whiteman. The game just getting away from Tassie at the moment. Can Pij get it in swinging? Yorker going, we hit the pad. How was that one? No. Oh, that's close. It's a run! Yes! Pjizma's got him! He set the field for short pitch bowling. He got him with the double bluff, the full toss in, swinger on middle. He's kicked it, and you are on your bike. Or maybe that will just disrupt the party a little. Can Pij go in again to Sean Marsh? No. Well, if Sean Marsh wants to leave the full-blown Yorker, he's going to get a shorter one at the Todd. There you have it, brother. We got him first innings, remember. It's been a wholehearted effort from the big dog. Can he go in again to Marsh's hips? Oh, he hits it to short mid-wicket. No run, 33 are bowled, and it's 108 for 1. Can we get short leg in the game? Still trying to dot them up here. Dry it up as we find the edge of Cartwright's bat, and it goes all the way for 4 more. That's just disgusting. Absolutely rotten. And now we've nutmegged him. Far out. Poor boy, the marathon came to an end. WA finally all out for 399 in the 119th over. Credit to the Tassie boys. They didn't complain. They bent their backs. Everyone chipped in with a couple of wickets. Pjizma only picking up 1. But WA ultimately batting the Tigers out of the game. We're going to pick up play in the 13th over. It is 40 for 3. The boys have flopped, and Pjizma is on his way out to the middle. 416 is a long, long way away, but sometimes you just have to believe. And out he comes. A solid average of 47.84. Cameron Gannon got his tail up. Jordan Silk down the other end, and the pressure firmly on the men in green as the ball comes in and Pjizma gets forward and defends a no ball first up. Well, I mean, he's got nothing to lose as captain of this team, so hey, let's go for it. First ball comes in that's on a length, and we have some of that. Pjizma's off the mark, and that's what we love to see. He pushes and pushes and pushes for 4. Superb start. That's what you get when you bowl genuine pies. A length ball, Pjizma too good for that, and you're going to have 4 smokes, brother. Well, a wicket, no ball, and 4. Talk about having something of everything. He comes in again. This time he's shorn. It whistles past Pjizma's nose. Well, we struggled with this angle in the first innings. We were mature about it, but hey, what's the point? We'll go again this time as we try and slash through point. Don't get much of it, but enough to get down the other end for 1. Well, Darcy short into bowl for over 14. Are they taking the mick out of Tassie? He rolls in. Pij looks to get the helicopter going. Well, 2 men out on the leg side and no mid on. Right. We are going downtown, and that's exactly where Pjizma lifts him. He gets the trigger across, and you can put 4 more next to his name. Darcy Short, you spud. Short round the wicket this time. Odd decision, but hey, we're not complaining. Pjizma gets the sweep out beautifully behind square. He doesn't get all of it, though, but enough to come back for 2 and get himself into double figures. Another wicket down the drain, and Jai Richardson fires up for over number 1. Can barely see him out the shadows, but it doesn't stop us from driving him to cover for no run. Well, these are moments in games where you can play your shots, be expansive, and have a crack, and that's what we're going to do. Wide of the crease, ooh, we swing and miss. Darcy Short continuing, and the Mandingo party surrounds Pjizma. He bowls a length ball this time. We check him through extra cover. Do we get all of it? Enough to come back for 2? We'll try. try will get there. The pressure solid from WA. Pjizma just waiting for that ball to sweep. He tried, he didn't get it. You just see the plan, a bat outside off stump, not show the boys the stumps and just work across the line, and that is exactly what he does. To pick up a picket fence, they're going to push two. That they are. He's thrown the wrong end, you idiot. Well, this is what we wanted, a bit more pace. Get Darcy Short out of the attack. Jeff Hardy's brother rolls in and Pjizma eyes him up and whacks him over. Square leg, have summer. That is it going to go all the way? I think it might have. Well, that is what the doctor ordered. You can have some of that, Mr. Hardy. We go back and across again, and it's the same result. He smashed a little square this time over the fence for 6. Oh boy, that is cricket. If you've lasted this long into the episode, you absolutely deserve it. Aaron Hardy, and again, oh, Pjizma tries to get the rumper out. Well, I don't know if it shook him up, but hey, that's the game we play. In again goes Hardy. Pjizma tries it again. Bro, you're going to start eating it soon. The short balls from Hardy continue to come, and that's fair play, brother. We'll cop that on the chin. There's another one. Pjizma hooks it down to fine leg. One hand, one bounce. Does he come back for 2? Yes, he does. Well, a good over. 12 off it and a little bit of fun. The last of the 20th rolls in for Hardy. He gets short. Pjizma looks to whip it. He gets the leading edge, but enough to get down the other end. 20 a bowled, and Tassie are 88 for 4. Jai Richardson joins the party as well. This is what Pjizma wants. Green time ball, and Pjizma whacks him over mid-off. The doctor ordered it, and Pjizma delivered. Well, he's living life dangerously, but that's the bloke he is. Richardson into the attack. Pjizma looks to smash him. Slog sweet Malloy, and he eats it in the face. Well, it's a big boy sport, and that's the way Pjizma likes to play it. Hardy rolls in. He goes short. Pjizma goes over the top of mid-on. Yes, no, he's been dropped. Ha, ha, ha. Suck shit. Well, it doesn't matter too much of a drop catch, but boy, it would have been costly at 397 for 4. Hardy goes again. Pjizma looks to whip, and he takes the leg bye down the other end. Good running. Well, Joel Paris wants the smoke, and the smoke he can have. He comes round the wicket, lengthens up, Pjizma whips it off his legs. Is it out first ball this time? Yes, it is. He couldn't help himself. Fuck. Well, we close it off having a crack. I guess the Tassie folk would be happy with that. Fine leg takes an easy catch. We put it down his throat. And that ultimately is the end of the test match. Pjizma walking off for 39, and it's 5 for 98. And yes, it was. Shortly after that, the Tigers were dismissed in the 4th innings in 35 overs. 139 all out, and WA just winning the second dig. 317 runs, if you do not mind. Fair play to them, good credit. They protect their home ground, and Tassie, well, they need to get back to the drawing board. Well, we are going to leave it there for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. We had to toil hard with the ball. We picked up 3 in the first dig. We got to 60, got a bit of a dirty dismissal. And then, you know what, fair play to WA. They did what they needed to do. They batted us out the game, and Pjizma ultimately could not get the boys over the line. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky comment down below. Make sure you swing over to one of our live streams and catch us there as well. But until the next one, ladies and gents, look after yourselves and those around you, and I'll catch us in the next one.